Welcome to Penn Manor League of Legends tonight, as we are getting ready to enter into a game with our lineup here. Tonight we have Eric playing top lane, we have Sadie playing mid lane, we have Max playing jungle, and then Emily and Bitsy playing the bot lane. So you can see a little bit about our levels here, and let's see how let me get this screen set up so we're all good to go here in just a second. All right. So let's see how this goes. Oh, don't want to be over there. We'll let it reset here in just a second. So Penn Manor in this league is 1-2, having lost 2 games and played 1. So this will be their 4th game in this league. They are playing in the High Sports Esports League, and right now you can see we're focused in on. We were focusing on Bitsy and Emily, and Max kind of there, kind of chasing them, but that's probably not a good idea. So you see that they're dancing around there, but really need to kind of get out of that spot. So I'm not sure what Rain's doing. Rain gets hit once and then has to pull back, but she is kind of caught out here. I don't know if she gets, I think she gets out of this. I hope she gets out of this. She should be able to get out of this because she can just go up to the tower, but not necessarily a great way to start. But she's mid lane. Typically she's playing top for us, and so it's good to kind of see her here doing what she needs to do here in game. So you'll see up at the top, Eric going against Inferno Ben, and we'll see how this all plays out. Early on, people are setting up, and people are getting a feel for where they're going to be, and let's see how this goes. All right. So you'll see they're taking out the ward there at the bottom to get to give them some vision. Eric sidesteps a throw by the top laner, is able to kind of stay out of it, and does a nice job with that. I believe he's playing against Yasuo here with a Moy, and it should be a nice fight once they get into it. Give it more a couple levels, and it's going to be absolutely stunning and beautiful. Probably the weakest of the team really does have to do with Bitsy here. She's just learning the game. She's new to the game, doesn't play too much. Whereas Emily, who's also playing bot, who is the ADC for our team, has a little bit more experience, but they're both very young. Freshman and sophomore players here for Penn Manor. And so there are areas that do need a little bit of strength. Now, I don't know, does Emily does not get caught out, but they do have to pull back here because there is some damage being thrown onto them, and that Chunks burrito bug gets Emily down to about half health here. Here we have Emily, here we have Eric kind of pulling in. Oh, is this going to be a kill? It's not. They are unable to get the kill. So that is good for Penn Manor, but that means that Emily has to play a little bit more cautiously because she could easily be caught out in this game. And so she's such low health, and I don't know how you get back into that. Obviously, sidestepping. She sidesteps a throw there. It's not too bad. Here we are back in the top lane, and you'll see that we have a little bit of going, maybe a gank here. I was able to pull it out, and they are unable to execute the gank. It's after the other guy, I believe, flashes out, or maybe just steps out. I'm not sure. I didn't actually catch the flash if he did. But it does give him a little bit of advantage. The wave is kind of pushed in a little bit, And that is good for Eric, who again sidesteps the whirlwind that the guy throws out. So here again, we see Mackenzie trying to gank in the mid lane. Doesn't really execute too closely. He kind of has to step away now because he's being chased. So let's see if he's able to do that, and he's able to actually get out. Oh, and first blood is given. Mackenzie falls. Our jungler falls. And we'll see how it continues here in just a little bit. Eric also might be a little bit in trouble. And Rain manages to flash away to safety there. And yeah, so though this square, you'll see the bot lane's kind of recovered health just a little bit. And here again, Eric kind of pulling in, still about half health, not real strong. But we'll see. We'll see. Right now the wave's kind of frozen in front of his tower. And we'll see that how he holds that here in just a little bit. Here again, you'll see Rooted. Burrito Bug kind of manages to pull herself out. Ooh, and but she obviously had some hurt put on her, and so it's now a 2-0 game in favor of the opposition. Opposition gaining not only with their ability to their 2 kills, but also with the first blood money coming into them, and then also some. Probably just last hitting, which our team is working at because they are very young here. All right, Busy's trying to hold the bot lane herself, and doesn't look like it's happening. Looks like that's a pseudo there, and you'll see that Ramus is kind of coming through. Actually walks right through the ward there, so they know he's coming. It's not a real surprise there.
Keep up.
And
Nice try.
they managed to get away. It's enough to chase him away, but that's about it. It pushes him back to the tower, and which they will recall. So Ramus goes up to the mid lane now to help with Silas, and actually he goes up to just begin to take some of his camps away and just recover some of what he needs to. So levels right now looking pretty even, maybe a little bit of a level advantage in the opposition, especially in the top lane. A little bit of a level advantage in the mid lane. And the bot lane looks pretty similar, except for Busy, ironically, who is a level up. So looks like they're trying to do that, trying to keep it. And you'll see that, and they are ganked out. I don't know, Bitsy's not going to get out of that. So, yeah. All right, let's move on. And here we are in the bot. So our team obviously it's just an inexperienced thing that's causing this level differentiation. See you with your 3,000k gold lead here at the middle. Top is giving Eric a run for the money. He has not died yet, I do not believe. But there's been a lot of attempts at it. And we'll see how Eric does as he continues to level up. There's a lot of pressure that's being put onto the mid and the bot. These are probably our weakest of our 2 lanes, only because these players are freshmen and relatively new to the game. Certainly as of last year, but then even this year, the league, as you know, takes a long time. So let's see if they're able to actually pull off this game. And they are able to kill. Nicely done. Nicely done. So we have a kill on board with Eric there. All right. Oh, and but it's a kill for a kill here because look at that. Max goes down in the mid lane in there, and you see Silas working his way up to maybe stop Eric recalling. I don't know if he will. He does stop him recalling, and so he steps back a little bit, and those precious seconds can mean the world when it comes to a recall. So Busy really should be behind, or certainly not in front of our ADC. And let's just see what happens here as they kind of try to control the damage here in the mid lane. And Rain, it looks like, is called out. There's nothing much that she can do about that. They've kind of taken her, they ganked her, and once you're in that position, it's very difficult to get out of. You'll see them working their way up just for a little bit. And as they continue to work their way toward mid, and you'll see that Mordekaiser kind of coming up to stop Inferno Ben from doing what he's doing and drawing him back in. And you'll see that it's good. Now Mackenzie here, this is not a good spot, but they're being brought up. We'll see what they come in. So a little bit of attack. I don't know that they'll be able to bring him down, but there is. Nicely done, a nice kill here. And Mackenzie is out, and I don't know that they pull out of this because Burrito Bug might be able to. Oh, look at that. She is able to maybe get out. Oh, but it's gotten at the last minute. And Bitsy now has to kind of sit there. I don't know what she's doing up. She's up way ahead, and I don't know why she's up that far, especially with no one there. All right, so here we are in the game, and it's now a 7-2 game with about a 5,000 gold lead. See, Bitsy's up here. I don't know how I don't think she flashes out of this or anything. 8-2 there with Steven Geddon kind of doing what he needs to get him. I call him Steven Geddon. I don't know if that's actually what's happening here. Here you see Mordekaiser, and I don't know that he, does he get out of that? Yes, look at that, another slay. So it's still a game that they're trying to bring a little bit in. Rain steps up a little bit too far. I don't even know how she flashes, but she's unable to get out of that. Oh, look at that, that's rough.
Who wants some? You want some? Come on.
Oh, and they're able to pull out Burrito Bug and take her down. And so it's now a 10-3 game with about a $6,000 gold lead. I don't know why I said dollar there. Blue team summons a Rift, and we'll see what happens here with the Rift Herald. So not able to bring down the tower, but able to get a little bit of gold into the pockets of the opposition here. And we'll just see if what they're able to do about it. So she's trying to draw him out as Mackenzie, but Mackenzie's, well, he's a little bit hesitant to take a leap for it. He has no minions to kind of help him. And so let's see how they do this, if they are able to pull out anything at all. Rain's there, Sadie's in the mid lane, kind of pushing a little bit toward the mid, and we'll see a little bit, especially with how, so I think they're able to do that. Are they able to get away? It looks like they are, but they have someone coming up. I don't know why Mackenzie did that, because I don't think Rain's going to be able to handle them. So she is just she was too low level for it to come. So it's now 12-4 game. Again, in some of these instances, I would say Penn Manor just needs to pull back and unable to maybe make that happen. And so you'll see that there's still not many kills up in the top lane. Actually, Eric has gotten 2 kills. We're winning the top lane, but it's practically the only lane that's being won. And it looks like is he able to get out of that? It'd be amazing if he did. Burrito Bud kind of, it's definitely being fed at this point. So Eric's kind of recalling here because there's really not much that he can do at this point, but kind of heal up, come back, and maybe do something to kind of help. So let's see what happens here. Sadie in the middle lane again, and we are down at the bot lane. We're going to lose bot tower. Probably should come back pretty early. Eric's telling the team that he is not 5 brains. Unfortunately, I don't know, maybe he is 5 brains. But
call it redistribution of magic.
Unstoppable.
Bot lane is struggling here, as you can see. Top lane holding their own with no deaths yet. But you can see that as you go down through the rest of the team there with 4, 3, 5, 4, there's a lot of kills there, especially coming onto the jungler and the mid laner, who seem to be carrying this game. So we're going to see what we can do to kind of help mitigate the damage here if we can. So they take the second dragon of the game. Still plenty of time for dragon stacking as we go. And there are no minions there to hold it, so we'll see kind of how they hold. So he walks past Mackenzie, doesn't even know he's there, and Mackenzie kind of goes up around the top. All right, so it looks like they're trying to kind of push him off of mid. There's looks like 3 at mid, but it looks like they're able to kind of hold their own. Again, Eric's really doing a nice job of just holding. And I don't know if Rain's going to be able. This tower's gone. So I think Rain is. So, you know, part of it is she's alting the wrong direction. It's part of the issue here that we have. Is this game's really going poorly for Penn Manor. I think in part just because of the lack of experience. And the only way that we're going to play is by working. So let's see if this is actually going. So they flash. I don't know that they're able to do too much more other than Inferno Ben has to kind of flash out there. Although it looks like Silas is up in the top lane, jungle here. And they might catch out Rain here. Let's see what happens here with Honda Civic.
Surrender to me.
And they are able to take him. So let's see. I don't know that they're going to be able to do too much here. So it's a very rough game for Penn Manor. We are now a 13k gold difference. And that itemization makes it very difficult for Mackenzie to even, I don't know, fight and handle this guy. Especially when someone else is coming up. And he has like, really no response to that. So I don't know if he's going to actually be able to get out of this. Especially since there's now 2. He's able to ult over the wall, but he's being surrounded. There's literally nothing he can do. And really, he shouldn't have even been in that situation here to begin with. But again, this is a young team that needs to figure out how to play and how to kind of work together.
Okay, I'm coming, Ma.
All right, they are now getting the Rift Turtle. As you can see the enemy do that. It is now a 15k gold game. So pretty dismal for Penn Manor. They're going to do what they can to kind of hold them off. But you can see it's a tough call. The itemization just doesn't support it. And yeah, they're just going to do what they can there as a part of it. Nicely done, and really Eric's the one that is doing probably the best in this, but it's really a struggle for Penn Manor to kind of even hold them off at this point.
Can't touch that.
I mean, Eric being tanked twice, there's really not much he can do. Honda Civic is just doing a fantastic job. You'll see him with yeah, look at that. All right, so Mackenzie coming in against Honda Civic, doing a fantastic job there as he kind of pushes him away. But really, it's a tough game. It really is a tough game for Penn Manor to kind of handle this game. It really is. It's going to be the end here in just a second. And they're doing their best. But it really, again, comes to amount of time played when it really comes down to it.